Hey guys, and welcome back to Kendra's Trashy Vlogs. Apparently, this is the type of content that you all like seeing. I've tried to do tutorials and get ready with me's, and apparently you guys just like looking at my garbage, which that's cool. I'm into whatever you're into. Yeah, but anyway, at the end of my 2-year video, I said I wasn't gonna do any more empties because that was kind of a mess. I think I just started keeping things just out of habit, because when you've been doing it for the past 2 years, it just kind of becomes force a habit a little bit. So I collected everything that I went through within the first 3 months. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my trash channel. Or don't, and yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. I am very proud of myself this month because I got through 1, 2, 3, 4.5 lip products this month. It takes forever to get through a lip gloss or a lip balm usually, so I'm very proud of this. Starting out my little half, I went through 1.5 Summer Fridays, went through a full size of the Sweet Mint Lip Butter Balm. I think this came with a birthday gift like a 1.5 years ago, but this is just a little mini vanilla butter lip balm. These are 2 of my favorites, and they're just clear, so I tend to take them with me on a lot of trips where I want to pack light, because I can use this during the day and then I can use it at night and I don't need to worry about like any kind of tint coming off all over my pillow. These minis are just really good to throw in your bag if it's small, but I love these. And then this next one, I went through a Ulta Beauty collection juice infused lip oil, and this is in the shade Cherry. And I did like this one. The only thing I don't love is the applicator. I tend to like a really like thick, like a thicker, how do I say this? I tend to like just like a larger lip applicator, because this is just very tiny. I like the lip oil itself, like Cherry smells really good. It had like a very faint red tint. I wish that the applicator was a little bit different, but if you're on a budget, like more of like a budget lip oil, this is a good option. So I also went through an e.l.f. lip oil in jam session. I just want to say the whole Matte Rife situation did rub me the wrong way. Since then, I've not bought anything from e.l.f. If you ever see me with something that is e.l.f. on this channel, just know that it is an old product and I've not bought from them since. I'm still going to continue to use the products that I already own until those are gone or used up or expired. Went through their lip oil in jam session. I bought this originally because it was supposed to be a dupe for the mahogany shade of the Dior lip oils. They are close, but I do find that the Dior ones are just a lot thicker, which means they kind of smooth over the lines in your lips a lot more. I do like the applicator. This one hits a lot closer to what I'm looking for with the applicator. I mean, it's a good formula for like $8, but I'm also looking for alternatives to e.l.f. because me and Handsome Squidward just don't see eye to eye. The last one that I went through is actually another Summer Fridays product. So I went through a Summer Fridays lip oil. This is in Soft Mauve. This
year is really about like the year of just realizing stuff, and everyone around me, we're all just like realizing things.
Maybe like this is my favorite lip oil shade from Summer Fridays, and one of my favorite shades of all time. It is just like a cool tone nude mauve color. For me, this is like a My Lips But Better shade. The only thing that I don't love about these is I find that the formula doesn't last as long as other lip oils I've tried, but definitely not bad. I'm just gonna keep on moving through the makeup. There's cat hair on here. House Labs concealer. This is in the shade 03 Fair Rosy. I really do like this stuff. I will say I definitely like my Tower 28 Serum Concealer a little bit better, but I know that a lot of people love this. To me, like, it's good. It's just like when you find your holy grail, like that's your holy grail. Like that is what I'm married to for the time being. But if you are looking for a good concealer, definitely a good option. Honestly, House Labs makes some of the best face products, so you really cannot go wrong. I also used up a NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. You probably heard enough about these. You don't need me. These are my favorite eyeliners ever. They're drugstore. They stay on really well. You cannot go wrong. Another holy grail of mine, I went through a Tartelette XL tubing mascara, and this is really good. It comes off in the tubes, and I find that that is so good for summer. I have one sitting in my desk drawer right now waiting to be opened, so I'm gonna wait until like June to open that, because if it's hot or humid and you're sweating, it's not gonna like run down your face. If it does come off, it'll come off altogether, but I typically find that this doesn't run or anything on me. And then I went through a mini of the Rare Beauty setting spray. This is like okay. I like it because it smells like a spa. The mist is really fine, but I just have other setting sprays that I like better. If you are looking for one that's dewy, I have the Kosas Cloud Set. And honestly, between the two, I would pick the Kosas over the Rare Beauty. This is good though if you have really, really dry skin, because that's like a very thin layer of oil, so you need to shake it up before you use it. I kind of would use it more like I need the powders to melt together or sink in, and then I would usually follow it up with like a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray or the One Size setting spray to get the benefits of this and then get a little bit longer lasting. I feel like while this did give my face a good finish, it didn't make my makeup last as long as I want it to. Well, okay, that is all of the makeup. Moving on to some body care stuff. I went through both the shower gel and the body butter of the Saltaire Driftwood. This is good. This was like their fall scent that they came out with, and I kind of Pavloved myself into this because I would tend to use these a lot before bed. So every time I smell this now, I get just like a little bit more sleepy. But it is like a really nice woodsy scent. It's unisex, so even though it's woodsy, it still smells like clean. Because I know sometimes like woodsy scents just smell like a little bit of like a greasy man in the woods with a bear, but this is like a clean scent. This is like a nice lady who lives in the woods, who's friends with the bear. As always, Saltaire, they make really good body products. This is one of the only shower gels that I can use consistently, that I get out of the shower and my skin does not feel like all the moisture has been sucked out of it. Body butters, they're really good. That's all I can say, is just definitely give these a try. Also on the Saltaire train, I have the Island Orchid body oil that I finished up. I got this. No, wait, I did this for Black Friday / Cyber Monday sometime that week because it was half off. And this is body oil that I use all the time, so might as well stock up. They had a few scents that were half off. This is Island Orchid, and it wasn't bad. It just probably isn't a scent that I would pick up again. It is very floral, and it does have those kind of like beachy undertones, like a lot of Saltaire products. They kind of have like just that little underlying of like some kind of like beachy aquatic scent to them. It's a little too floral for my liking, but if you like florals, this could be good for you. Keeping on with the body care, I went through a Summer Fridays body lotion that I did cut open and scrape everything out of. And this one's hard because I like the formula, I just don't love the scent. The scent, it's supposed to be like a vanilla coconut. There's just like something that was like vaguely plasticky about this that I didn't love. I really hope that they come out with a body lotion in a few different scents. But masks. All right, so some of you are gonna like this. I'm talking about my feet right now. This is from Nature Love, which I think is just like a TJ Maxx brand. These are the kinds that you put on your feet, you wear them for like an hour, and then you wait like 3 or 4 days, and then all the skin on your feet starts coming off, and you're not supposed to peel it off, but it's just really satisfying. I'm gonna peel it off. Like I have no self-control. These were, I believe these are like pretty cheap too. Yeah, this was $6. It came with 3 pairs, so like $2 a pair. It's not like I use these on like a weekly basis. If you just have you know, some skin on your feet you're looking to take off, this is a good deal. I also made it through a couple hand creams and then something I was like using as a hand cream. First of all, L'Occitane, the 20% shea butter. This is one of my favorite products of all time. One of the things that I like about this too is like this is also a good scent for the office. Like if you're like me and you have an office job and it just sucks all the moisture out of your skin, I go through hand cream like nobody's business. But because I'm like working around a ton of other people, I try not to use anything that's too heavily scented because I just don't want to like scent bomb like the crap out of all my coworkers. So this is good because this is just kind of smells a little bit like shea butter. It's very clean. I actually bought a full size just to keep in my office. I have one that I keep up by my bed, which is over there. I feel like when I looked at it too, I'm like, oh, like L'Occitane's like kind of expensive. But compared to a lot of other hand creams, when you break it down per ounce, like, because you get 5 ounces of this stuff in the full size, and a lot of other brands give you like 2.5 maybe for like a very similar price. I don't know, Mean Luxton, love the hand cream. I went through a Tony Moly, it's Terrific hand cream. I did not like this. Yeah, I would not recommend. I like the scent. It does smell like very vaguely like bubble tea. It's, again, nothing super crazy or heavily scented. I was looking for a more affordable option compared to Luxton. When I think of a hand cream, I think of something really thick. And this one was more of like a lotion consistency, so it did hydrate, but I felt like I had to use a lot more than I would with like just a traditional hand cream. Like I said, definitely fun. It's like a Squishmallow themed. Probably not gonna buy again. This was interesting. I went to my nail salon one day that I go through time to time. I have not gone back in a while. These are press-ons. They had some kind of like customer appreciation day, so it was like 10 or 20% off. Like, it was like a pretty good chunk off of any nail service. And then I go to check out, and then they were like, oh yeah, and we also are giving away like free body creams. This is from Vosh, I don't know how to pronounce that, in the Jasmine Sooth scent. This is my favorite scent, but I also like didn't pick out the scent. They were just like, here you go, and I got it for free, so I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and complain. It does have a scent, but it is more of just like a lighter white floral scent where I'm like, okay, I feel like I can use this. I mean, I can't really talk about how much of like a body cream, because again, like, it is thicker, so I use it as like a hand cream, which I really liked. So if you're looking for like a thicker body cream, I would check this out. And it looks like it is all of the body care products. Moving into skincare. So first one is the Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen. You all know how I feel about American sunscreens. They are just not my favorite. This isn't bad. It's like pretty affordable. If you're looking for, you know, like a somewhat affordable American sunscreen, it's just like, it's not a bad option. It's just once you start doing Korean sunscreens, and this is a Korean brand, but this is like an Americanized Korean formula. I think that they do make, I feel like Innisfree does make sunscreens for Korea that has like that, like they have like the Korean filters in them. This is made for the American market. This is made for the Americans. I wouldn't consider this necessarily a Korean sunscreen. I would stick to like regular Korean sunscreens that you can get from like Olive Young or something, because like this does give me a little bit of a white cast when I use the amount that you're supposed to use, which is 2 fingers. Not a bad option for the price. Just not something I would pick up again. I got the Softimo Speedy Cleansing Oil, and I freaking love this. I found this at TJ Maxx. I paid like $6 or $7 for it. This is really good. And I remember seeing comments online from Americans were like, oh my god, this is so good. This is the best thing I've ever tried in my entire life. Everyone needs to buy this. And then like all of the people from Japan were like, this, like, you can pick this up at any convenience store, like anywhere. Super cheap, like cheaper than what they sell in the US. I feel like this is like the equivalent of very like basic skincare that's gonna be in like every US store, but this is really good. Again, I found it at TJ Maxx, and if I see it there again, actually I went back today because I had to get socks, and I actually found a ton of bottles of these. I didn't pick any of them up. I have a couple like oil cleansers and cleansing balms right now that I need to get through first, so I'm pretty well stocked up, so did not pick one of these up. But if you do see these, definitely give it a shot. And I just know that the Summer Fridays recycling program hates to see me coming. Gel cleansers, I've talked about this a few times. This is my favorite cleanser. I did need to repurchase a new cleanser, so I'm trying out the Dew Baptism Cleanser. I don't know if that'll replace this, but I was like, I'm just gonna try them because I have gone through multiple bottles of this stuff. This is just the Super Amino Gel Cleanser. I love this. It smells good. It smells like a spa. I don't know. I like things that smell like a spa. You know, like I like bergamot. I like sage. I like clean smelling lavender things. It foams up, but it doesn't dry out my face. It takes off any of like the makeup left over. It's a good time. This is good. I love her. And then I also went through a pack of the Summer Fridays Jet Lag eye patches. These are the only eye patches that I feel like I would actually recommend to people that I feel like make a difference. I feel like a lot of times when I do an eye patch, I'm just like, yep, well, that was fun. And I don't really see a big difference, but these I feel like I do see a difference. They have niacinamide and caffeine right up at the top. If you are up late or you need extra sleep. These are just really good to throw on like a weekend morning when you're drinking your coffee. I like them. Actually, they did come out with a jumbo pack that I may or may not have purchased. Also from the Jet Lag line, this is their face mist. This is good, but I think I do have some other hydrating mists that I like a little bit better. I feel like this is also more travel friendly than some of the other mists that are out there. So I also like that about this, and I like that it's more of like a milky toner consistency. So I actually find that I use this more for like traveling. I can throw this in my bag, use this in place of a milky toner. It literally what this line is for, like jet lag. When you get off a plane, spray it on when your skin feels dry. I also finished the Summer Fridays Heavenly 16 facial oil, and this is really good. So as the name suggests, there are 16 oils in here. So I tend to use this either just like mixing it in with my moisturizer, especially in the winter, or I will just skip moisturizer altogether and then put a few drops of this all over my face. This does not break me out at all. So I can't say for everyone because everyone's skin is different, but if you're looking for like a good way to lock in the moisture, I would at least give this the shot. Going back to the milky toners, I went through two. This one is the Dr. Ceracol. I want to say it's Ceracol. That's how I feel like I hear people pronouncing it. But it's the vegan kombucha tea essence. If you are someone who wants to use a milky toner, but you don't like how thick they are, I would check this out. This is thin. This is empty, so you can't see it, but it's like a dual phase one. This is one where it is very light, but you put it on and you instantly have a little bit of a glow. Oh my god, my nail fell off. I just put that on. Okay. Saved it. If you are someone who likes milky toners, but you just don't like the feeling of how thick they are, I would check this out because it's very thin. It absorbs into the skin really quickly, and it just gives you like that nice like dewy glow. But if you do like a thicker milky toner, then the Pharmacy Honey Milk Hydrating Essence with Chamomile and Ceramides is really good. This like saved me during the winter, especially on days where I was like running late and I'm like, oh shoot, like I either need to get to work right now, or like I'm tired and I want to go to bed and I want to just do the most minimal skincare routine possible. This is really good for that because it is a thick toner. It has ceramides in it, so it's going to give you like the extra moisture, especially the chamomile. I feel like that kind of calms down my skin and really does help with the hydration. I would do this if you like a thicker toner, this one if you like a thinner toner, this one if you need a spray toner on the go. I got another eye patch. These are also something I bought from TJ Maxx just for fun. I don't even know what brand this is. Oh wait, it's Spotlight. That's the brand. These are stargazing brightening under eye patches. I think I just bought these because they were like really cute. They were like little moons. And my idea was that since they were kind of like crescent moon shape, sometimes I feel like right up here will get kind of like tired. Well, I was like, oh, because these are like crescent moon shape, it'll get like right in this little area. These were just kind of like shape weird, or maybe my eyes are shaped weird. It just didn't really like go with my face because if I put it right under my eye, little like crescent things were like kind of like jabbing me in the eyeballs. And then if I put them here, the center part was like really far down. I felt like they kept sliding off my face anyway. So they were sparkly and they're shaped like moons, which is why I bought them, but probably would pass on these if I saw them again. And this was another just kind of unexpected favorite. This is the Daily Sika Soothing Mask from 10-0 in Korea. This is something else that I picked up at TJ Maxx. It was $10 and there are 30 face masks in here. The one thing that I hate about like face masks and eye patches is it's a one-time use thing, and then it costs like $4 to $6 for one of them. You put them on for like 20 minutes and then you take them off and it's just like done, and you're like, oh, okay, that was a great use of $6 that could have gone towards like what do I buy with $6? I got a Dunkin' refresher today. That was $6. You can get like a cat toy. You get a lot of things for $6. $10 for 30 masks, so like 33.3333 cents per mask. It's a good deal. I like it because I feel like I'm not just like wasting all my money because you get so much, because I like a face mask, but I don't always feel like they do a whole lot. These actually worked really well. These were something where I took them off and I noticed just a difference, the hydration and the moisture. Maybe I just need to be using more things with Sika in it. So if you see these, I would pick them up. I might see if they have these on Olive Young if I can't find them again at my TJ Maxx, because they're just really good. Last thing, finally, I went through a Day dry shampoo. It just smells so good. It's kind of like a citrusy scent. It's a non-aerosol powder. I just have like literally like the tiniest little bit in here. Yeah, it's a non-aerosol powder, so if you're someone who's trying to avoid aerosols for whatever reason, definitely look into this. And the only thing that I don't like is when it gets to the very end like that, the pump just kind of stops working. Like, I guess like a little tiny bit, but just not enough to actually dry shampoo your hair. So that's my one complaint about this, but otherwise I do like this. It smells really good. It does a good job. And I feel like sometimes with the non-aerosol pumps, I feel like I have a little bit more control, because I feel like sometimes with the aerosol pump, it just comes like shooting out. And then this, you can do like a half pump, you can do a full pump. I feel like you just have a little bit more control over how much product actually comes out. That is everything that I used up / purchased during the months of January, February, March. But I'm like, it just sounds so like corporate, like first quarter of the year empties. I am working on a video about like what to do with all of my empties, because I've just obviously accumulated a lot, and some things I'm getting through, it just is kind of taking a little bit. When I go to like a tear cycle thing, or like I'm gonna fill up the entire bin just on my own, so I need to kind of like space it out a little bit. So that video is coming, and I am still doing research into companies that do their own recycling programs. Like Summer Fridays is really good. Even this video, I went through like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 Summer Fridays products in the last 3 months. They do have a recycling program where you can send in 5 things, get a $25 gift certificate. I've kind of looked into other brands. The only thing is Summer Fridays is a brand that I consistently use multiple of their products. Some of the other ones, maybe I just have like a product or 2 from them, but I don't really have enough to send back. So still researching the best way to do it. So if you have any suggestions on just brands that have recycling programs, where to go to recycle things, how to just, you know, not obliterate like I'm not just gonna like throw everything in the trash and like bring it to the dumpster. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that so many of you like to look at my garbage. No one's ever appreciated that about me before, so thank you so much. And you know, subscribe or don't you subscribe to my trash channel. I try to put out new videos weekly, but some of these months are just crazy. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.